Todd Gloria, Council President for the City of San Diego.
And tell me about Comic-Con, what's going on? How important is it for the city?
Well, we are proud to host the 44th annual Comic-Con right here in San Diego at our San Diego Convention Center. This is a weekend where 126,000 people descend upon downtown San Diego to get the very best, obviously in pop culture. It is a huge deal to our city. We couldn't be prouder to host it. It brings in about $175 million in economic impact to our region. And because of the great notoriety, the great attention, the great economic impact, we're working hard to keep Comic-Con here by working aggressively to expand our convention center so that we can continue to host what is a growing event.
And normally I talk to the mayor, but there's a weird situation this year, and can you talk about that?
Well, yeah, so as the eyes of the world have fallen upon San Diego as we host Comic-Con, unfortunately we're in the middle of a civic crisis where the mayor, as a result of numerous sexual harassment allegations, is being called upon by a supermajority of the city council and others to resign. It's an incredible distraction from the carrying out of the people's business, and obviously it's a distraction in the context of Comic-Con, where, again, world media is here to showcase our city. And unfortunately, we're showcasing a city that is in the midst of a municipal crisis.
Well, you're one of the people as well that have actually talked about it, and you actually want a resignation. If that happens, what happens?
If the mayor were to resign, I, as the council president, would step in as an acting mayor, and then we would have a special election in the weeks ahead to replace him.
How do you feel about that? Are you prepared?
Well, I have led the city for the last number of months as council president. I've been on the council for a number of years. I'm prepared to do what it takes to keep our city running forward, either as council president or as acting mayor. The fact of the matter is we're the 8th largest city in the country. We host international events like Comic-Con, and we have to continue to do those kinds of things. I don't believe that we can with the current leadership, and that's why myself and so many others have come out and said that Mayor Filner must resign.
And why is Mayor Filner not reacting the way everyone is expecting? Because at first he apologized.
Correct. His reaction is curious because his initial reaction was to actually admit that he had participated in harassment of women. He has gone so far as to say that he needs help. He told a reporter that he's actually a self-described monster. So when you put those things together, it seems as though he's admitting to these allegations, but he is insisting upon due process, which certainly is his right. The difficulty is by doing that, the city is really crippled in the meantime, and as the council president, I'm working to make sure my council colleagues and I are doing what we can to keep the city's business moving forward in spite of this mess.
Has anything like this ever happened in San Diego County?
Well, unfortunately, we've had a history of mayors resigning. Most recently, Mayor Dick Murphy, who resigned after Time Magazine called him one of the worst mayors. He spared the city the prolonged attention that we're currently seeing and that we may see in the next months ahead. Again, that's why I think it's so critical that the mayor, who I believe does love our city, understand that the best thing he can do for the city now is to step down and allow the city to move forward.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I can't understate how much the city is proud to have Comic-Con here. We know that they could go anywhere and that there are other jurisdictions, other cities, other communities that want them to come. The fact that they stay here in San Diego says two things. One is that San Diego is the place to be. Number two is that we as a city are working so collaboratively with them to make sure that they are accommodated. And so whether that's our tourism industry and our hotels who work to accommodate all the parties, all the celebrities, all the folks who come, or the city where we're partnering with our Port of San Diego to expand our convention center to make the space big enough to hold them and other important conventions. You see a city and an organization, San Diego and Comic-Con, they're really synonymous. It's a great relationship and one that I think will continue well into the future.
One last question. Do you have any updates on the convention center expanding it?
Well, the convention center has been approved by the City Council. We are currently awaiting Coastal Commission approval. We hope that that will happen sometime this fall, at which point we can move forward and actually get this thing constructed. It'll take a few years. It's a big project. But when it's done, we will have one of the largest exhibition spaces on the West Coast, and certainly will be able to accommodate Comic-Con and others in the years to come and continue to create those good jobs, that tourism revenue, the kinds of stuff that my constituents want to see get done.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.